So the war of words began between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton over the New York Daily News editorial board meeting with Bernie. He didn't answer questions specifically enough on how to break up the Big Bang, so Hillary pounced and said it makes you wonder. He hasn't done his homework. He's not doing it right. And of course that was inferred by the press as saying that she was suggesting that he isn't qualified to be president. Bernie then responded in Philadelphia saying that maybe Hillary isn't qualified to be president if she voted for the Iraq War. He knows she did. If she voted for unfavorable trade agreements, well, he knows she did. So it's kind of a war of words. I think people don't need details. When JFK said, we want to get to the moon in this decade, not because it's easy, because it's hard. Going to the moon in the 60s, he wasn't going to have to explain the hydraulic elements and the flight pattern engineering. He just set the goal out there. People knew that Eugene McCarthy was against the Vietnam War in 1968, wanted to bring the war to an end. Didn't really explain how to do it. Even Nixon said, I have a plan for the peace in Vietnam. Didn't say what his plan was. People don't want details. George McGovern against the war in 72. People knew that. Didn't have to give details. People don't want details from leaders. They want goals. They want themes they can understand and relate to. That's why, like Trump, he wants the jobs from China. He wants to get tough on ISIS. People can find out how later. So Hillary Clinton, by attacking Bernie and suggesting that he's unqualified to be president because he hasn't thought it through and isn't as smart as she is on details, that's the implication, will only energize Bernie's people more, anger the New York press more as we get set for the New York primary, and perhaps her technique could backfire. We'll see. Those are my 2 cents. My 2 minutes are brought to you by Edge Construction and Capital Consultants lobbyist Bill McCoshen, who gets things done downtown. He works for Tommy. He knows what he's doing. We can talk about this and more on the radio Monday morning at 8 on 92.1 FM The Mic, The Mitch Henck Show. Talk to you then.